Chinese supermarket operator abducted in Spalding robbery. A Chinese-owned supermarket was held up and two of its operators abducted during an armed robbery in Spalding, Clarendon on Sunday afternoon. Police said about mid-afternoon on Sunday, a group of armed men went into the supermarket posing as customers before demanding cash at gunpoint. An undisclosed sum of cash was robbed from the establishment. Police said the armed men then took hostage two of the Chinese business people and abducted them from the supermarket. Police said the Chinese were later released in Clarendon. A manhunt has since been launched in search for the armed men. J3A reaches out to Ferguson after squad removal. Reporters understand that the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, J3A, has contacted national athlete Kimar Ferguson to reconcile following his removal from the team for the upcoming Olympic Games. Ferguson was initially named last Sunday as a reserve runner for the mixed 4x400-meter event, but was replaced by Anthony Cox as he had not been named on the J3A provisional athletes list. This was because he did not submit documents to the Jamaica Olympics Association through the JGA for the accreditation. Ferguson told reporters on Friday that he received no official communication from the J3A regarding information he should have submitted to be added to the long list, nor was he officially informed of his removal from the team. He said after contacting the J3A offices numerous times last week, he was told the organization would return his call whenever more information became available, but he received no feedback. It is, however, understood that the J3A, who spoke with Ferguson this weekend, informed him that there is no chance of being re-added for the Olympics. Woman, elderly man killed in Manchester gun attack. 2 people were shot dead and a man injured in Bigwood district in Craighill on Saturday night, sending shockwaves in the northeastern parish farming community. Police identified the deceased as 39-year-old Tanisha Burton, otherwise called Browning, and 74-year-old Wilfred Morrison, otherwise called Danny, both residents of Bigwood district. Police said about 10 p.m., residents reportedly hearing loud explosions in the area. When police arrived at a shop in the area, 3 people were found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital, where Madison and Burton were pronounced dead. The injured man, who was shot in the back and collapsed after running, was admitted for treatment. Police theorized that Burton may have been the intended target of the incident. The incident has left the community in a state of shock. Henry, a resident of Bigwood, said he knew both victims. Me shock out, nervous this morning when me hear walk one. Can't believe, for me never seen nothing like this yet, he stated. Me know them in the district. Me and Brownie Burton go market together. This a man so, Madison, me know him from him a little boy. Me never hear them man in a nothing and nobody have no problem, no quarrel, he stated.
I never see nothing like this here yet for the whole of we market people. Yeah. And this man here, me know me also for me a little boy. Yeah. So me never know him golfing or nothing yet. Me never hear them man there nobody have no problem, no quarrel, no cussing, nothing yet. You understand? The whole community, man, we feel it, man. Pressure we are on right now because we don't know what happened. Can't believe what happened or what go on.
St. Anne's school officials worried burial damage will affect school reopening. Severed Primary in St. Anne was not spared the wrath of Hurricane Beryl as a section of the institution's roof was destroyed and classrooms were flooded from leaking ceilings. The damage, which Principal Nigel Palmer described as extensive, has resulted in a major setback for parents who usually send their children to summer school. We normally have summer school, and that can't happen right now. Summer school has to be postponed because of the damage. Most parents work, does the school help with the children while the parents work, so that is a big impact for us right now, Parent Teachers Association representative Desmond Codner explained. Codner said electricity has not yet been restored in some communities, and that is also impacting the children negatively. Everyone has not had their light restored, so they are home with no light to even entertain them, and no school, so everything is just a big setback, he stated. Meanwhile, the thought of whether the damage will be repaired because the school term is plaguing Palmer. A section of an entire classroom lost its roof, and the ceiling of 2 other classrooms were drenched with rain and need repair. I'm hoping that work will start soon. If we start now, we will be able to complete and get things up for the school September, he noted. Based on my assessment, it is about 2 weeks of work to be done, so if we start soon, things should be completed by the end of August, but a delay might affect us. The Ministry of Education reported that a total of $797 million has been estimated to damages to schools affected by burial, with the majority be spent in St. Anne and Trelawney. Jody Summers, principal of Clapham Primary in Monique St. Anne, is hopeful that she will receive some assistance to repair damaged ceiling and furniture that were affected by burial. I have leaking roofs, and we can't take any chance because September is a rainy month, and when it's raining heavily and the students are affected, then nothing will be able to take place at the school, she told reporters. Desks and chairs are also needed for school because they are filled with termites and they got wet, so they are mildwings. I can't allow the children to sit around those desks. We have shared our concern with the ministry, and they are doing their best, she added. Among the other schools affected are Holbury Primary, Claremont All Age, Lower Buxton Primary, Bensonton Primary, and Philadelphia All Age. Regional Director at the Ministry of Education and Youth, Carlin Segree, states her team is on the ground doing evaluations in an effort to start doing repairs. The ministry is in dialogue with all the affected schools, and visits have been made by ministry personnel to assess the damage, she stated. The principals are working closely with us as we address the issues. First priority will be given to the school where the damage is likely to prevent the school from reopening in September. All schools will eventually be repaired. Lawyer argues system flawed after client's prolonged detention for ganja. A defense attorney on Wednesday argued that the legal system has deficiencies, citing his client's prolonged incarceration for possessing a little over a pound of marijuana. He proposed that a simple ticket could have sufficed for this offense. Attorney at law Michael Hemmings made his remark during Shaquille Thompson and Nicole Hudson's appearance in the St. James Parish Court on charges of possession and dealing in ganja. Thompson was represented by attorney at law Charles Sinclair, pleaded not guilty to the charges, while Nicole Hudson pleaded guilty. According to court documents, the incident took place on May 7. Details of the allegations were not outlined, but the court was told that the two were found in possession of 1.5 pounds of weed. Hemmings, who acted as amicus on behalf of Hudson, declared that in 2015, legislation was passed allowing individuals to have a specific amount of marijuana, 2 ounces or less, with the possibility of receiving a ticket for any amount that surpasses this threshold. According to Hemmings, it is currently 2024, and there remains an absence of a formal ticketing system for individuals exceeding the permissible limit. The system is flawed, and not only is the system flawed, but it went against this man. They have this man in custody for something or which he could have been ticketed for or brought before the court within a reasonable time, Hemmings argued. Having spent 2 weeks in custody for that amount of marijuana and pleading guilty at the earliest opportunity, I ask that it might be considerable as this time, the lawyer concluded. In passing sentence, Judge Bertram admonished and discharged Hudson, while no evidence was offered against Thompson. The Gang Law or Dangerous Drug Amendment Act 2015 was passed by both Houses of Parliament in February 2015. The changes to the Act made possession of 2 ounces or less of marijuana a non-arrestable ticketable offense that attracts no criminal record. If the person found in possession of a small amount of ganja is a minor or an adult who appears to be addicted to the substance, the police offering issuing ticket is required by the Act to refer them to the National Council on Drug Abuse. Additionally, the bill prohibits the smoking of ganja in public places and makes provision for the granting of license, permits, and other authorizations to enable the establishment of a regulated industry for ganja for medical, scientific, and therapeutic uses. The constitutional rights of Jamaicans Rasta community was also recognized for the first time by the 2015 Act protecting their right to use cannabis for experimental purposes in keeping with their faith. It enables the designation of Rastafari places of worship where cannabis may be used to sacramental purposes and the designation of lands where cannabis may be cultivated for the sacramental use of Rastafarians. Provision was also made for the exemption of events promoted primarily for the celebration or observance of Rastafarian faith, at which users of cannabis will not be in breach of the law. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.